Locker room as the players get set for the game ahead, looking to make a big splash here tonight. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. With Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. And we also want to welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania. Thanks for taking time to join us, Shams.
BA, are you kidding me? I wouldn't miss this. My guy RJ is in the house.
Yeah, we're excited to have you, big fella.
You guys have got the best seats in the house. I'm just glad I can occupy it for at least a second.
Man, we'll stay in this seat as long as you would like.
They got the best seats. Shams has the best intel. We're covered.
Let's go.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Trey Murphy.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Butler in at the 3. And for the Pelicans, we've got Yves Missi, Herb Jones out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Fears. And the Warriors, one of the league's most aggressive teams, Shams, trying to surround Curry with a supporting cast.
That's always the challenge in Golden State, is optimizing Stephen Curry and his championship window. And the major emphasis was on finding the shot creation alongside Steph and Jimmy. We've seen in the playoffs, it's not enough to have just 1 or 2 guys. You need as many as you can get. And so the Warriors will be all hands on deck again this season.
And how long can they keep that window open? Jones, his shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Kuminga, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. 6 to shoot. Butler. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Shams, a new front office in New Orleans, and they made some ambitious moves this summer.
Yeah, BA, on the trade front, they got Jordan Poole, traded away C.J. McCollum, and then in the draft, they're bringing 2 lottery picks, Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen. But listen, trading away their unprotected 2026 pick definitely raised some eyebrows around the NBA. Team officials were very adamant about that to me. So this gives this team some real pressure to perform right away. We'll see what they can do.
Spotlight always shines on Zion as well.
They do have Zion. We'll see how he looks. But if they can have him healthy and on the court, BA, I am very optimistic about them competing.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Willie Green for a minute. We talked about the challenge of facing off with Steph Curry, the three-point king. Coach said it's not just the threes that are concerned with Steph. It's how well he passes the ball. He's one of the best point guards ever, and Curry will get everyone else involved. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. And the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star game, Shams. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that this year.
And here are the Warriors now, coming into this, having notched a win against San Antonio in their last game.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the painted area.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
Here's Fears. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Lakers.
And in addition to putting up points, he terrorized ball handlers, racking up a ton of steals.
Count it, good. And with 2 of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well managed. That's the key.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Down low. It's stolen by Kuminga. Outside Butler. Pass to Curry. Green, a screen. Curry passes to Green. Uses the glass on the layup.
Zero fear in Green's game. Loves mixing it up down low.
For New Orleans, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Misi. Bay, right side. On the wing, Jones. Over Butler. Jones misses.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Curry finds Butler. Back to Curry. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Fears. Curry, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Jones. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. It's New Orleans. They lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
On the floor for the Warriors. Hield and Butler, they're the 2 and the 3. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Al Horford. And it's Spencer in at the point guard position. Shams, we talk a lot about LeBron James, his future as a player, but we also start thinking about expansion of the NBA. What do you think LeBron James' future as a potential owner is?
Yeah, LeBron James has told me over the past year he wants to be an NBA owner after his career is over, preferably in Las Vegas. If the NBA expands in Vegas, gets a team there, he very much wants to be the owner of that team, and he's someone that's valued at $1 billion. Let's see what happens when his career is over.
I think he can afford it.
I think so.
Now here's Butler. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Spurs in San Antonio. The Pelicans lead by 3. Inside. Alvarado outside. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Pass to Queen. Now here's Alvarado. Fires the 3. Horford pulls it in. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. There's the steal. Looney against Horford. Poole exploding to the rim. Lets it go. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Both teams will make substitutions. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You take a look at the Warriors. They're in 8th place with plenty of games to be played. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, 5 games back.
Well, I think for Golden State, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Curry. To the inside. Here's Green. Oh! Green dropping the hammer.
And the basketball IQ that Curry possesses is special, capable of shredding the defense in a screen roll.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Queen. To the paint. Here's Misa. Oh, big finish. Wow.
Okay, I see you.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
And as always, it's terrific to get a visit from the one and only Shams.
I'm a little disappointed he didn't break a huge story here with us. Now, that would have been a true Shams moment.
Here's Fears. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Pass to Queen. Shot clock at 6. The shot off that time. Green with the defensive effort.
The battle of the boards has been something.
Wow, Kuminga playing way above the rim.
Excellent alley-oop. Kuminga putting himself in the perfect place to finish that one.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Now Misi. And here's Jones. Here's Queen. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Pass to Fears. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Curry with it. Fires for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's New Orleans up by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
You know, for New Orleans, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They gotta wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forcing turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, when your opponent is shooting over 50%, a lot else has to go right. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, even with the extra attention he's getting from the defenders, he's finding ways to excel.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Fears out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Sadiq Bey, then Atib Misi, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Here's Messi. Oh, Green with a block.
This is the lockdown defense you expect from Green. So good at anticipating attacks.
And Butler is there for the flush.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
They set the pick. Outside for Bay. Launches a three. The Warriors pull it in. Richard, tough as nails. Jimmy Butler always takes the fight head on.
And lifts his team when it matters most. And look, he's not for everybody, but look, if it's about winning, he's exactly who you want on your side.
Here's Fears. Pass to Messi. To the middle. Here's Fears. From 12 feet. And again, New Orleans no good.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Kuminga, the pass to Curry. Here's Butler, defended by Jones. Butler against Jones. Curry looking it over. And the three off target.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Now pick it up.
Pass to Fears. Bay with a screen on Curry. Back to Bay. Over Kuminga. Bay, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Green, the pass to Kuminga. Now here's Curry. Creates inside.
With his touch, Curry can beat you from inside as easily as he can outside.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "What we're watching with Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you guys.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. Here's the 2K leaderboard and a moment to see which rookie point guards are shooting the best from the charity stripe. Stephen Curry third.
Yeah, when this group goes to the line, odds are they're sinking their shots. As a result, the defense really has to question whether they can be as aggressive as they'd like to be.
Yeah, as a defender, you gotta avoid being too active with your hands around these guys. Don't commit any cheap fouls.
Down low. Here's Fears. He's covered by Curry. Count that bucket. Fears has got 6.
Give a good player a good look, and you know what the outcome will be.
To the paint. Curry passes to Horford. And it's Queen with a rebound. For New Orleans, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Poole outside. Bay outside for the lead. The shot won't fall. Golden State has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And here's Curry. He has 7. Puts up a 3. He's splashing one down from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Warriors on top, they lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. It's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Golden State, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Al Horford. Then it's Buddy Hield, then it's Moody, and it's Butler in at the 2. Poole against Horford. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Butler taking his time here. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
You got to really hit Butler if you want to stop him. I mean, he's tough as nails and enjoys fighting through contact.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time, but what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Messi, he's checked in for Looney. Bay comes in for Queen. Jones, he's checked in for Poole. And it's Fears in for Alvarado.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
Now here's Bay. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. In transition, here they come. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
From a mid-major school to a first-round pick, Wisconsin native Brandon Pajemski has had quite the rise, RJ.
Yeah, finishes top 5 in Rookie of the Year voting in 2024. Paz gives you a little bit of everything on the floor. Great rebounder for his size also.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Jones outside. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Now Bay. Just 5 on the clock. Picked by Misi. Beyond the arc. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, Bay knows his team needs this from him, and he's just finding ways to get productive at the arc.
Kuminga outside. Now Curry. Outside Green from deep. Green able to hit from 3.
Green's floor stretching ability, one of the things that makes this offense so dynamic.
Now Bay. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Now here's Curry. .151 left in the fourth quarter of this one. They swipe it. Outside Jones. Old Green rips down the board. Green with a screen on Bay. Here's Green. Now Kuminga. Curry outside. Let's loose for 3. Cash from downtown.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Pelicans trail by 11. There's a minute 12 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the 3. Oh, the shot is off. The Warriors have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Warriors.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And they earned win number 9. Each win so important in this league.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
Well, Richard, the 2025 All-Star MVP, Stephen Curry, winning it in his home arena in San Francisco.
Take a break.
It was an impressive feat
shots
for Steph, but I still think the format helped him shine a little bit, but no question, this man was dropping bombs like he always does.
And that one falls to Curry. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news, but well, let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
And so Curry nails both of them. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because we're certainly due for some better luck.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now the pass to Horford. Outside Curry. They set the screen. Healed! And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Jimmy, a strong finish to close it out. What was the difference?
Being a lot more aggressive. Obviously made some shots, but I think in the end we guarded well and we executed on offense and we made some shots.
It always comes down to great defense. Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, This is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And we present the player of the game, Stephen Curry.